Hello, fellow lights and light travelers. Welcome to this week's Pick a Pile reading. This week, we're going over the portal of light, which is what inner doorway is opening currently within you to more light? What do you need to release in order to walk through it? And what becomes possible when you fully step into your light? The oracle cards for this week's reading are the Isle of Wonders, the Healing Temple of Lunar Light, and Water Spirit. So please just take a moment. I'm inviting you to pause the video if you need. Take a moment and breathe. Connect with the three piles and see which of them calls to you, which one feels correct. Of course, if you'd like to use a gemstone to help you to choose your reading, for pile 1, I've pulled Smoky Quartz. For pile 2, I've pulled Green Fluorite. And for pile 3, I've pulled Citrine. As always, if you'd like to use your astrology sign to choose your reading, for pile 1, I've pulled Aries, Pisces, Virgo, and Scorpio. For pile 2, I've pulled Sagittarius, Taurus, Cancer, and Leo. And for pile 3, I've pulled Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Please note that you can still choose whichever pile calls to you, even if your astrological sign does not match, okay? Now, depending on which of my socials you're watching this on, there's either going to be a timestamp in the video description, or I will make sure to timestamp in the intro's comments. And then, of course, you can always go back to my profile to click the link to the separate piles. All right, look forward to seeing you over at your pile. Bye. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your Portal of Light timeless reading. So what inner doorway is currently opening up to more light? For you, I pulled the Four of Swords. So this card is all about rest. The doorway that's currently opening up for you is a need for deep rest and introspection from your mind. This could be due to personal things or even things on a societal level. What this feels like is a time for you to seek comfort in moments that will replenish you. This could be doing things like meditation, journaling, or even breath work. So by taking the time to rest and to center yourself, it's going to help to create the stability that you're craving in this moment. That's that number 4, right? You need stability. You want nurture and stability in this moment. In this current society that we're in, we're taught to keep moving at a nonstop pace. We're told to push through, or that we've learned to do so, because there's so much in today's world that we need to juggle. When I'm looking at the woman on the card, she looks peaceful and happy. I feel like she's breathing a sigh of relief. I can picture her kind of pulling up, and she's like laying there, but I can feel her pulling up a nice, warm, like soft, fluffy blanket, right? Putting on some relaxing music, and it just feels like she's allowing the rest of the world to melt away. The doorway that's opening for you is one that is going to invite you to be okay with pushing that noise to the side, even if just for a few minutes. You're being asked to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes if you can, and you're not able to take more. But if you can take more, you're being invited to carve out maybe 30, 60 minutes if possible. So you could do this at the beginning of the day, at nighttime. I personally am a parent and work full time. So for me, it's after everybody else has gone to sleep. As I go to sit down, take my 30 minutes and do my meditations. That kind of helps me unwind from the day, center my mind, and get that connection. So it's whenever works best for you. I'm also drawn on this card to the heart, like the knit heart. The fact that it's got kind of like yarn coming out of it. So this could be that you'll find comfort in knitting or some sort of calming activity, maybe puzzles. It's something that you enjoy that helps you to not focus on everything else going on and just center and have that time for yourself. And I keep hearing that you're cradled and you're held by the universe, and know that it's okay to take a moment for yourself. The second card is going over what you must release to walk through this portal, to go through this door. And for you, I've got the wheel. So this is about cycles and change. You're being invited to release needing to control the unknown. This card is gently guiding you to surrender to the moment and allow yourself to be in the present. So this is an invitation to find joy in the now. To take that moment, place your hand on your heart, to close your eyes, and to just take a deep, slow breath in and out. And to listen to the rhythm of your heart and to truly know that you are safe. The woman on the card is balanced between the past and the future, right? That black wisp and the white wisp, that's the past and the future. And I'm looking at her and she has her arms wide open and she's just releasing all that is not hers to hold. Okay, for me, she feels light and joyous, freed from the burdens of trying to resist change, from fighting against the current. She's releasing that. Here she feels to me like she's being carried by the wind. And I feel like she's gliding among the clouds like a bird that's trusting the updrafts from the wind. And she's only worried about the ever slight adjustment to her wings, just like the birds, to catch those slight deviations from the wind flow, right? I know that you might feel hesitant and you might be thinking, what if I fall? But you're being invited to ask yourself, what if you fly? Just be here in the now, to feel, to sense, to react to those updrafts and just glide through, and to savor and find joy in this present moment and know that the rest will unfold as it rises to meet you. So for the next card, what becomes possible when you step fully into your light? You've got the Eight of Wands. So this card is about action. And what I'm feeling for this collective is goals and events that you want to take place coming into fruition. So this could be around your career, creative endeavors, and you may receive some sort of correspondence, be it emails, calls, letters, and these will come in quickly. This might even be travel for some of you. I'm also drawn to the wands on the picture, all sort of pointing at one another. And what this is feeling like to me is this feels like communication, but it feels like connection, and it feels like a social coming together with people that you care about or people that light you up in the best way possible, right? That tip of fire. I'm feeling like this is just joy. This feels like joy and celebration, right? And I heard the pieces are coming together. So releasing control with the wheel and taking that moment to nurture yourself and to rest with the Four of Swords is going to allow the pieces to come together in a beautiful way. So let's pull through your Oracle card, the Isle of Wonders. This says, Isle of Wonders, revelation, teaching, and discovery. It says, some places are so precious they must be completely protected. Such as this place, the Isle of Wonders, shrouded by the mists of the waterfalls, guarded by the turbulence of the waters. It can only be reached through becoming light and flying there. Yeah, there you go. What does this mean for you? That in order to learn what your soul craves to understand, you must become light enough to travel over the waters and into the Isle of Wonders itself. I love how Spirit comes through. When this card comes to you, know that you are being guided to become light so that your soul can travel to this place and explore the marvels of this place. It is a place of peace and of great teaching and discovery, of soulful intellect and spirited intelligence. There lies such a place deep within you, and you can discover this place within, for while the Isle of Wonders continues to exist, so too does the wonder within you. It may be time to rise above and free yourself from what has held you back. And this can take place in a subtle, potent way. So that feels like that Four of Swords coming through for you, right? Like you don't have to be loud. You can just take that moment to breathe. It says it is not a literal escape, although adventure can always assist us. This is more a freeing of yourself from all that is around you, which convinces you that you can no longer learn, that it's dangerous to discover, and that believing in marvels is the domain of fantasy. It says it is not, for this place, exist to generate the belief in the marvelous, the desire to learn, and the repeated and peaceful liberation of the enchained soul. It says, fly now, friend, and let yourself visit this most marvelous place and learn of all that is pure and true again. That's beautiful. And then it says, illumination. I have the freedom to learn and to discover. My soul thrives on adventure. Beautiful. So, my dear pile 3, a portal is opening within you, quiet, sacred, and filled with light. Right now, you're being called to rest, to pause, to breathe. In a world that urges you to push through, your soul is asking for softness. Even within 5 minutes of stillness, this will become a powerful act of self-love. Whether it's through journaling, breath work, or simply sitting in silence, this is your time to come back home to yourself. Know that you are safe, that you are held, and that the universe is cradling you. And as you move towards this peace, you're also being guided to release the need to control what comes next. The wheel is turning, and you don't have to force it. You don't have to hold it at all. Let go. Let yourself be carried. How free would you feel if you stopped resisting change and started trusting the flow? Don't ask yourself, what if I fall? But instead, you're being invited to ask yourself, what if I fly? Because when you say yes to this rest, when you surrender to this moment, the energy shifts. Suddenly, momentum builds, connections deepen, messages arrive, and opportunities open. The universe responds to your light, and your path clears, and the pieces fall into place. Know that you are rising, and your joy, your creativity, your purpose, they're rising with you. Trust that this rest is not a delay. It's your runway. Surrender is not a weakness. It's your lift. And joy, that's your flight. And this is your season to soar. Thank you, Pile 1. If this message illuminated something within you, please do leave a comment. I love hearing how each message resonates. Remember to give this video a like and share it with others, as this helps me to be able to give more readings. If you're interested in a personal reading, there's a link in my bio to my Etsy shop. Thank you for being here with me, to sharing this moment of your energy. I'm sending you lots of light, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your Portal of Light Timeless reading. So this first card that I pulled for you is going to be discussing what inner doorway is currently opening within you to more light. The card I pulled for this collective is the Lovers. So this is a card about love and relationships. So this could be with a partner or in friendships. But what I'm sensing, it feels more like a partnership. And what I'm feeling is a need for togetherness. So there's something slightly off balance that may be calling for light. I don't know if that you're feeling that it's off balance or that if it actually is, this could just be a feeling that you feel. I'm drawn to the woman's face, and this for me feels like you. And what's coming into my mind was the word longing, right? So I feel like this is you holding and you're nurturing the other part of your connection, whether this is a friendship, a partner, someone that you're married to, some type of love relationship. And while you're giving them that nurturing, you're wanting the same back, right? You're longing for that. You're wanting the more. Give me more. Not in a bad way. You're just wanting more, right? I feel like the other partner currently feels a little bit, or the other person in this connection feels a little bit more stoic in their response, right? It's a little bit more cool, calm, and collected. Not letting everything show so easily. But I do feel like there's still care here. There's still care in this connection. I'm being drawn to the figure. Like there's this little kind of star figure, geometric, sacred symbol between their eyes. This little white outline. I don't know if you can see it. And what I'm getting is that you and this other person are either intellectually drawn to each other or have a connection that makes you feel like I'm so close we can read each other's minds, right? You guys just get each other. I feel like you're wanting more reciprocity. You're wanting more from that other person, and however it is that they're showing up currently in your life. And I keep hearing you're yearning for more closeness, right? So it feels like there's a connection between you all. It just needs a little bit of guidance. And I feel like I need to say not all is lost here, right? There's just a little something, right? A little growth, a little something coming in here. So for the next card, it's what needs to be released to walk through to allow more with this, right? And what I pulled for this collective is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a card about new beginnings. What I'm drawn to in this card is it just really looks like a person who's been working in the garden, right? I feel like you are worried about how things are going to grow. This is what's coming across to me. And it feels like the longing that you were feeling could be the longing for the growth of this relationship. It feels like you want it to be like now, like this needs to be a fully grown tree that's ready with fruits ready to harvest, right? You want this to be like that, like you're ready for that point. And this card is asking you to kind of release those future expectations and just, allow for the growth. If you see in this card, it's showing that like there are roots that are taking place. But this is something that's going to have to take time to be nurtured and allow and to be given that time and that space to grow and to become strong and fully take root. So this feels to me like you're being asked to not rush this process and to release that instant gratification or that need to kind of know now, like how strong it'll be or how strong you guys are in your connection, and just allow the slow unfolding. You're being invited to do what you need to kind of nurture this, but to trust and to allow what there is there to flower and to grow in its own time. The last card is what is going to become possible when you allow this and you step fully into that light space. What I pulled for you is the Star. So this is a card about healing and about hope. And this is asking you to kind of trust that this relationship or this connection, however it is that this is defined for you, is full of light. I'm drawn to the woman as she looks up at the star, right? And she's holding it, but it doesn't feel like she's grasping it. She doesn't feel anxious. There's a calmness within her. It feels like she has a knowing that everything's going to be okay. And this feels like you're being asked to trust in this connection. With the star, it shows that this connection is illuminating a whole new world for you. If you see how the stars are kind of shining in this card, right? This feels like a whole new universe is opening up. And this feels peaceful and it feels caring. This feels beautiful. I want you to know, as I look at this card, it feels like this whole connection relationship is guided and protected. So if you look at the orbs kind of around her and that go up the line of the star, that little cord up to the star, right? These feel like guides and angels that are here helping this connection out. So this feels like it's meant to light a new path, a beautiful path in your life. And you're being invited, gently guided to have hope and to just allow what's meant to be to be. So for your oracle card, it says the Healing Temple of Lunar Light. Let's see what it says here. This is about life cycles, energy healing, and communication. So the cycles of the lunar being who dwells within the skies above this planet have great powers to help us to let go, to help us revive, and to help us grow, to help us celebrate, to help us heal in all of these aspects. Likewise, the lunar light heals us as newborns and then as children and as adults and as old ones alike. She reflects these stages in her cycles, and no matter what point we're at on the wheel, we can find within her healing light and the water she blesses at every stage of the cycle a sense of who we truly are and bring ourselves to a place of rest and wonder within each stage. A maiden mother and crone, a hunter father and sage, all alike must enter the temple of the wisdom of our cycles, and the temple now calls you to honor the stages of your life that you're at. Each stage has its challenges as you begin to honor where you are on the wheel. There will be a healing of the energy within. The very cells within you, the DNA inside of you, will respond to the healing light of the moon. And if you take yourself out beneath her, the stage which is calling to you will begin to find a serenity and a solace that the daylight cannot give you. I love that. So what I'm seeing here for you, right? Like we're talking about having that peace, having that trust, that growth, that stage that you're currently at with this person, and then having the trust under the starlight. This is just beautiful. I love how these cards fold out. Okay, sorry, back to the reading. Within those moments, if you let your gaze soften, you may see revealed the healing temple of lunar light, which lies between the worlds, and which is there for you when you open up and allow yourself to receive their blessings. And as you receive, so shall you learn, and become the healer who walks in the world, and whose energy can change those about you. And then it says, illumination, I will gladly enter the healing temple of lunar light, for there I will find what I have been seeking so long. I love that because your last card was the star, which is about healing, right, and hope. And this is about lunar light. So it just kind of feels like you're at this place where it's kind of calling for hope and surrender. And I think in trusting in the process, this has this unfolding of, you will see the beautiful divine path that's being laid before you, right? And how things are meant to flow and work out. Beautiful. All right. So pile number 3, let's look at everything together. A doorway is opening into the space between hearts. This is inviting tenderness, connection, and a soul-deep understanding. The Lover's card arrives with a message. Your longing is sacred. You're holding space for a bond that matters deeply, and you feel the pull, the connection, even if the other person seems distant still or hard to read. But the energy is still there. You hear what goes unspoken. You feel what hasn't been said. This portal opens not through reaching or fixing, but through softening, balancing, and allowing. You are craving closeness, and that desire is not wrong. It's your heart calling you home. To step through this threshold, this portal, you must release the urge to rush the process. The Ace of Pentacles reminds you, love needs time to root, like a garden just beginning to grow. This connection doesn't need to be perfect or complete. You've planted the seed. Now trust the soil. Release the pressure to control the outcome and let it unfold in its own rhythm. Water what is real. Hold space for what is true. Let love bloom at its own pace. And when you do, when you stop chasing the future and start honoring the now, something beautiful happens. The star rises. The healing flows in. Hope returns. And suddenly you see this connection is more than you imagined. It is gentle. It is protected. It is watched over by spirit. Look closer. The light surrounding it is not just from above. It's from within you. You become the calm. You become the faith. You become the light. And all you're being asked is that you have the trust to step through this portal and the grace to allow what's meant to unfold. Thank you, pile number 2. If this message illuminated something within you, please do leave a comment. I love hearing how each message resonates. Remember to give this video a like and a share so that you can share it with others, as this helps me be able to give more readings. And if you're interested in a personal reading, there is a link in my bio to my Etsy shop. I'm sending you lots of light, and I look forward to seeing you at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your Portal of Light timeless reading. So this first card is talking about what inner doorway in you is currently opening to more light. And I pulled for you the Queen of Wands. So this card is about creativity and ambition. She's connected to both water and to fire. So she's both giving and receiving of like nurturing energies. So this is good. This is saying that you're opening into this phase of your life. Not only will you give nurturing, you'll receive nurturing. This queen is also very action driven, okay? So what I'm drawn to first in the card is the fire in her palm, in the palm of her hand, right? This was created by her. Or as this is a reflection of you, this is created by you, okay? So this shows that you're opening up to your own power of manifestation and creativity. This shows that you're at a point where you're seeing that your leadership and your strength and your ability is inherent within you, and you are able to do the things and to create the things that you desire. So this card feels joyful, and this feels like for you, this is a joyful portal that's opening, okay? You're finally remembering your own magic, right? I'm drawn to the white fluffy chair that she's sitting on next. And to me, this feels like what is coming out of you is coming from a pure place, right? I'm also drawn to the fact that there's a lot of orange, and this is sacral energy, right? And this is coming through with you. This is showing that this is a time for you to step into leadership roles in your life and to create whatever your heart desires, right? As long as it's for your highest good and the highest good of all, right? We want to put beautiful, positive, high vibrational things out into the world. I'm also feeling the way she's kind of holding that stick up, right? This is a triumphant moment, right? Like you were like, yes, I'm finally here, right? This is a good opening up moment for you. And I just also want to bring in the fact that this black cat in this card, this is symbolizing good luck and protection against any low vibrational energies and maybe even people. So just know that while you're opening up and you're in this creative flow state, and you're manifesting and you're stepping into your leadership role, that you're going to be protected within your endeavors. So the second card is what you need to release to be able to walk through this portal. The card that I pulled for you is the Five of Pentacles. So this card often represents when you're focusing on like the things that you fear and like the things that you feel that you're lacking. So with this card, you're being gently asked and invited to release this mindset, right? I'm first immediately drawn to the key that's just sitting on the door in the corner of this card, right? And the phrase that came into my mind is, you have the key, right? You hold the key to freeing yourself, right? It's you. You can do this. If you look at the girl, she has her head down and she's upset. But like if you were just to lift your head, to change that perspective, to just look around, to look within yourself even, you would see that you can free yourself. And you're being invited to do that now, to allow yourself freedom. You've lived in this state long enough. It's time to just release these worries, release focusing on the things that you don't have, and focus on the present. Now it's the time to have confidence, to be in this present moment and to create and manifest what it is that you want. And what's coming into my mind is the time of suffering is over. And it will be, if you allow it to be, right? The highlight here is that door is just highlighted. It's spotlighted in this bright yellow color. This is spotlighting your freedom. And this yellow color refers to your solar plexus, right? This is asking you to step into that willpower, that self-power, that personal confidence that you have within yourself, and to take initiative and release yourself from these old patterns. So this final card is what becomes possible when you take these steps and you fully step in through this portal and into your light. I got the Strength reversed. So let's take a moment here. When it's reversed, it's normally meaning a lack of confidence and a lack of faith. So what I'm feeling is that you'll be able to shed that version of yourself, the one that doesn't have confidence, the one that doesn't have faith in the universe, right? You're going to be able to shed that and leave that. This is going to be you changing your perspective, freeing yourself, and becoming the leader and the manifester of the destiny that you want. And this is going to allow you to shed, like shedding off like a caterpillar coming through its chrysalis, right? This is going to be a new version of your life. You're meant to be courageous and to live this life that you're currently living, this version of you. You are meant to step into the fullest version of yourself. I'm drawn right to the infinity sign on the girl's arm in the card. So this to me feels like a rebirth, right? There's that infinite, that life, that rebirth. It's cyclical, right? This is a rebirth for you, even in this life. You are having this rebirth moment of yourself. You're stepping into this new, fuller, brighter version of yourself. And this is going to bring that balance that you're craving. I'm like also drawn to the heart necklace that's on her. And I feel like what I'm hearing is trust your heart. Okay. And again, you're getting that white, right? So that white's coming through in the girl's dress and the sheep. And this to me feels like it's symbolizing a fresh start, a new beginning, a wiping clean of the old ways that no longer serve your highest good. You've done what you need to done. You've learned that lesson. You've learned that chapter. It's time to release it. This chapter, okay, this new chapter is here to bring in the peace and the joy that you've been desiring. And you have the key to it. Now is the time. So let's take a moment and let me pull open your oracle card to see what the author has written here. So this is water spirit. The keywords are emotions, memory, and life force. So there's within every body of water a spirit that most often cannot be seen. But when we of the hidden worlds, choose to come forth, you will not be able to deny our presence any longer. Water is intelligent, a feeling source of energy, one which is vital to life on this world. Water is an element which holds history, memories, emotions, and the subtle mysteries of the psyche. With this spirit, you are asked to consider your own emotions and your own memories, and to connect more deeply with the water in your life and make it sacred, and begin to commune with the spirits within the water so that you can benefit from its intelligence and emotional wisdom. The spirit in this card gazes at you, awaiting your acknowledgement, awaiting for you to accept the vitality and necessity of emotional balance, of healing memory, of understanding that what we hold, we emanate. This is beautiful because this is tying into what it's telling you, right? To change that perspective, to pull into yourself, to hold that leadership, to hold that self-confidence, right? To emanate. You hold it, you emanate it. So release that old version. That's beautiful. It says, ask yourself now, for you too are a being of water, precious one. What do I hold? What am I keeping within me? Is it vital? Is it life-giving? And can I learn to move what is causing me to stagnate and feel unclean? I get chills when these come through because it's just crazy how the cards fall. Okay, so again, this is talking about that wiping clean. I love how spirit comes through. Anyways, beautiful message. Water is the life force that you are most made up of, and the spirit of water lives too within you, within your blood, within your tears, within every memory and every emotion. Let your water be the energy. Let your water energy be that of healing, of vibrational vitality, of growth, of love, of a kind of honor. Worship the spirit of water, not as an idol, but as a sacred source of life. Revere that watery self that is you. Make yourself as flowing, as honest, and as clear as water. And your illumination here says, when I flow like water, the vibration of my emotions and psyche becomes light and blissful. I love it because that ties through to, that joy in that first card. There you go. I'm getting chills. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful message for you. All right. So pile 3, looking at all the cards. There is a fire sparking within you, not one of destruction, but of creation, a sacred portal that is opening, and it is you who holds the flame. The Queen of Wands arrives to remind you, you are powerful, you are magnetic, you are made to lead. This is your season of magic and manifestation, a time to remember your strength, your joy, and your ability to create what your heart truly desires. You are no longer waiting for permission, no longer dimming your light. You are stepping back into your throne, the throne of becoming. Your softness and your fire are not in conflict. They are the source of your power, and the universe is responding to your glow with guidance, protection, and divine flow. But to truly walk through the doorway into this portal, the 5 of Pentacles invites you to release what no longer serves. The old belief that you're not enough, that you don't have enough. That story is done. You've carried it long enough. Now lift your head. See the key. Feel it in your hands. You've had it all along. Step forward. Step free. The time of suffering is over if you allow it to be. Your light is not something you have to earn. It's something that you already are. And when you say yes to that truth, strength begins to rise within you. The doubts fade. The fear softens. And you step into a deeper knowing. You were always meant to shine. The infinity symbol glows upon your hand. This is your rebirth, not a momentary spark, but a full and lasting rise. You are courage. You are creativity. You are radiant, powerful peace. Have the faith to step through this portal and allow the life your soul came here to live to begin. All right. Thank you, Pile 3. If this message illuminated something within you, please do leave a comment. I love hearing how each message resonates. Remember to give this video a like and share it with others, as it helps me be able to give more readings. If you are interested in a personal reading, there is a link in the bio to my Etsy shop. Just know that I am sending you lots of light and love. I am grateful for your time and taking a moment to be here with me, and I look forward to seeing you at the next reading. Bye.